just want to introduce you to the recipients that are going to get the award inside tonight. Frank Navarro. This is Piercy Pinkney. This is Lou Ferrigno. This is Brian Malandine. Dr. Bruce Hensel, everybody's doctor. Erica Davis and Alan Rucker. You'll meet them inside, and I want to thank everyone for coming.
Good evening, and thank you so much for coming to our annual Tichi Wilkerson Kassel Movement Therapy Foundation Awards Dinner, and I think that in itself deserves a round of applause. What do you say? Now we're talking about something. I am particularly honored to have been asked to stand here at this microphone tonight by a very, very good friend, Arthur Kassel. Here is a man who has such a big heart and who is committed to the things that he believes in his heart. And because of the experience that he had as a caregiver and a lover of a woman in his life who really ignited him and made him the Arthur that we know him to be today, he translated that love and that commitment into a mission. And that mission is movement therapy. The idea that we can help our bodies heal themselves by helping them do what they are designed to do. And invented a device, a collection of devices that he used to help take care of his late wife, Tichi Wilkerson Kassel. And that gift he is now giving to the rest of the world with those devices, the Flexicizer devices that most of you now are thoroughly aware of. But I never heard a story that started a business with the kind of passion and commitment that is at the foundation of what Arthur Kassel is doing and what we're celebrating here tonight. And I think that deserves a round of applause. At this time, I would like to introduce our real host, the chairman and founder of the Tichi Wilkerson Kassel Movement Therapy Foundation, your friend, my friend, Arthur Kassel.
Well, I'm not going to talk too long. I thank you very much for being here. I have a lot of friends in this room, but the most important thing is there are some great honorees that are here tonight. They deserve this because they deserve the awards they're getting because of the feats and the things that they've done. And when you hear about them and see that, you'll understand that how lucky we all are that are able to do things that without thinking about them or without making serious advanced plans to do them, and why I'm so passionate about this. When Tichi was sick, I found a machine, modified the machine, have since put over $5 million into the company, and basically it has helped everybody that has tried the machine. But I also want to take a minute to thank the people that helped put this event on. One is a special friend of mine, Janet Blasius. Janet. And Yumi and Crystal, so thank you. I shall be back.
You all know of Arthur's devotion to Tichi and how moving that is, and why we're all here this evening, and to honor these wonderful guests. So the first one is Al Rucker. Now, Alan Rucker is the author or co-author of 11 books of humor and nonfiction. He is a contributing editor for New Mobility magazine and writes a bi-weekly blog for the Christopher Reeves Foundation website, who was a friend of mine. He lectures widely and chairs both the Writers and Disabilities Committee at the WGA. He is presented tonight with the Movement Therapy Literary Award.
Thank you all. It's just great to be here. Arthur, thank you for everything you've done. People have the impression that people in wheelchairs just kind of fade into the retirement home, just fade away, you know, that they can't be healthy and continue on in life. And that's ridiculous. And one of the reasons that's changing, and it is changing broadly, is because of people like Arthur and the idea that if you keep moving, if you keep yourself alive, you can live as long and have just as healthy a life as anyone else. It's a really important message. Arthur is sending it. Brian is sending this message. And I just appreciate receiving this award. Thank you so much.
Frank Navarro is responsible for the California Medical Association's education program, staff representative to the Medicare Carrier Advisory Committee, and is a consultant to the CMA's Workers' Compensation Technical Advisory Committee. And tonight, he receives the Medical Education Award.
Thank you very much, Arthur. When I received the call, I was truly humbled to receive this honor. When I met Arthur, and he showed me the machines and took me through, and some of them were built out of wood and other pieces just lumber, but you know, he put me through all of the machines, and I realized that, wow, this is an exciting thing. So for my part, I have been pushing and will continue to push to get the Division of Workers' Compensation, Medicare, and the Medicaid program to ultimately approve this equipment and pay for it for physicians that need it. Thank you very much.
Erica Davis has been an athlete for as long as she can remember. On December 27th, 2006, at the age of 24, she had a microscopic bleed in her spinal cord, which left her paralyzed from the chest down. In 2010, at 27 years old, Erica flew to Tanzania in her pursuit to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, the first paralyzed woman to climb the largest mountain in Africa. Tonight, Erica receives the Movement Therapy Advocate Award.
I've only been in the chair for about 5 years now, and sports was my life before my injury. And when I was laying there in the hospital bed, you know, not being able to move my legs at all, wondering if I was ever going to be able to play sports again, I had that thought for many months, and then was finally presented the opportunity to get back out into sports and getting my life back in a sense. And Kilimanjaro, and it's not something I came up with. Someone crazier came up with it and approached me about it, but the crazy part in me said yes right away. So I just really appreciate all the work that you've done, everyone, and for us and helping us, you know, like I said, not just people in chairs, but to help us maintain our life and as well as get our life back. Thank you for this award. I really appreciate it.
Now, this next presentation, Advances in Bariatrics Movement Therapy Award. PMTD, Bariatric, has addressed the obesity epidemic in the United States, offering movement therapy to some of the 11 million Americans who weigh between 350 and 700 pounds. Tonight, Flexerciser receives the Advances in Bariatrics Movement Therapy Award. The award will be accepted by the president of Flexerciser, Brian Maladine.
And in America, bariatrics, as Robert said, there are 11 million bariatrics with between 350 and 1,100 pounds. Most people over 700 pounds are bedridden. Directly right now, that's 9.9% of all direct healthcare costs, approximately 25% including indirect costs, because we've come up with new terms like diabesity. And we believe strongly, movement, the body needs to move. Why does it need to move? You cannot absorb or distribute through the body medication or any nourishment unless you move. We're about health. We're about preventive and rehabilitative. And the body has innate healing abilities if you allow it to function. And as Americans, we're getting heavier and less mobile. And so we are a strong part of transforming the healthcare movement, shifting from symptom management to preventive and rehabilitative healthcare. And we're excited to be here tonight and be a proud sponsor of the Movement Therapy Foundation. Thank you.
Well, this next award belongs to someone who's dedicated his life to health awareness and health fitness. Lou Ferrigno is the youngest and only person to hold the title of Mr. Universe for 2 consecutive years. He has been an advocate for health and fitness and an inspiration to many. Lou has spent over 30 years of his life advocating a healthy style and movement as an essential element of a healthy mind and body. He's also a terrific actor, as all you know. Tonight, we present you, Lou Ferrigno, with the Lifetime Achievement Award for Health Awareness.
Anyway, I just want to say thank you, Arthur. Thank you, Janet Blazes, for doing this tonight. And I think it's wonderful with your support and the movement therapy. You know, the movement is not just about this day, but it's a wake-up call, like what Arthur's talking about before, about his machine, about him advocating about movement therapy is what we have to take into effect. You know, if you don't enjoy yourself in this second, you're never going to be happy. We have a tendency to be lazy today. We sit in front of the computer. We need to take more action with our life because we need to walk. We need to stimulate ourselves. You always can do some kind of movement to increase the circulation, increase the sense of well-being. You have to do that because that's what life is all about. And I've done all that. Like even now, I still power walk. I walk like 4 miles a day. I still exercise because it makes me feel good, it feels young. Anyway, it's great to be here. I love the Achievement Award. I feel great. I'm happy to have great friends and all to continue what you're doing. And more power to your heart. Keep pumping. I love you all. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in honor Dr. Bruce Henson.
When you give information, when you empower people with the ability to take charge of their lives, you gain far more than they do, or at least as much as they do. Movement makes all the difference in the world, not just for medicines, but for the lungs, for the heart, and for everything else. And the movement that you are doing tonight is making a difference for everybody. And if you don't already know that what you give is enriching your life, learn it, because it will change yours as well as everybody else's. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much for this award.
If you haven't heard the name, you should know it. Percy Pinckney. He has served the state of California since 1968. He's received numerous awards from the governor's office over a number of governors, U.S. Senate, U.S. Congress. I am particularly pleased to present the Tichi Wilkerson Kassel Legacy Award to Mr. Percy Pinckney. Arthur, would you join us?
Everybody tonight is talking about health. I, too, have my issues with health. But what Arthur is trying to do is trying to help us all. I have been to his home. I have tried all of the instruments that he has. And I want all of you to know that I strongly believe in it. And I think all of us should get involved with Arthur to try to help. I am humble and deeply touched to receive this award. Thank you, and thank all of you.
Just knowing Percy for as long as I have, and we're talking about a long time, I just want everybody to know how much I appreciate you being here. I want to thank Lou and all the honorees. There are several people in the room. Rabbi Cutler wasn't introduced. There's so many people I would talk about, but I don't want to just stay up here and do that. Everybody has got an aunt, an uncle, a grandmother, a brother, a doctor that needs some kind of help, and that's what we're trying to do. So thank you very much for being here. Larry, you can end it.
God bless the food. God bless you. Let's mingle.